Hi, it's Nick Knightley. I'm really glad that you came to this page because you're about to discover the secrets that most pilots never know about how to permanently end the struggle of slowly climbing the aviation ladder. Instead, you'll be able to do exactly what it takes to get a job that you love, and you'll be able to start today. It's a fact. You can make a lot of money flying the aircraft of your choice to fun destinations and still have plenty of time off to do what you enjoy. And I'm going to show you how you can achieve that, whether you have thousands of hours or little to no experience, even if you think your dream job is decades out of reach. In fact, I'm probably about to infuriate the so-called interview experts and career counselors because I'll be revealing all the strategies they could never possibly know and wouldn't want you to know anyway. I'm going to give you an in-depth, easy-to-follow, fast-track education in pilot employment, combined with a personalized training system and step-by-step techniques for making high-value contacts, setting up interviews, impressing employers, and simply getting hired, and totally humiliating your competition in the process. So let me start by asking you a few very important questions. See if at least one of these rings true. They all did for me at one time or another. Are you one of the thousands of pilots that has been laid off or furloughed? Or is the job you have so unbearable that you think you'll have to join the herd and look for another job? And have you come to realize just how much competition you have out there and notice that most of them are more qualified than you? Have you tried everything to get a good flying job? You've filled out applications, replied to the job posts, and sent your resume to everyone you can think of, and you're not getting the results that you want? Or are you already a successful pilot, but you'd like to take that success to the next level right now? Would you like to multiply your current income while still having more quality time to yourself and with your family? Has being a pilot always been your dream, but the training costs and the time involved seem so overwhelming, and you wish there was an easier, smarter, and faster way to do it? Or are you in flight school right now and feeling unsure about exactly what to do when you graduate so that you can have a great lifestyle as soon as possible? Would you like to avoid wasting too much time in those low-wage, pay-your-dues kinds of jobs? Is your debt following you around year after year, like a weight on your shoulders? Are your bills piling up and your credit cards maxed out, and you're too old to be living like this? Do you wish that you had lots of high-up connections so you could just pick up the phone and get your dream job? Well, what if I told you that there is a way to get an awesome permanent job flying the aircraft of your choice with people you like and that you don't have to wait any longer? Seriously, if I told you that there is a better way, something innovative that you could do to set yourself apart from all that competition and get yourself on a direct track to the cockpit of your dreams, and in just a few months from now you'll be able to sit back, smile, and really enjoy your best years, wouldn't you want to get started right now? Well, if you keep watching, I'd like to show you exactly how that's possible. But before I continue, you might want to grab a pen and paper and take notes because this presentation is going to be on this page for a limited time. What I'm about to reveal to you here is going to give you such an advantage out there in the pilot world that there's no doubt in my mind that it will take you to the next level success-wise. But I know full well that if I were to let every pilot get their hands on this, and they were all out there using the strategies that you're about to learn, it would become less effective overall. So there's a certain amount of commercially rated pilots in the world, and I've decided to remove this page when only 1% of that number has seen this. So this page could be gone tomorrow. I'm just letting you know so that I don't get too many complaints. Anyway, here's the bottom line. Not having the kind of pilot career you want feels bad. It sucks, and I should know. It leaves you feeling like you have no control over your life. It creates this underlying distraction that kind of overpowers everything else. It's that feeling of worry and frustration that you feel way down in your stomach. On the other hand, knowing how to get the job you want feels good. It feels good not having to worry about money, and it feels good being excited to go to work, just knowing how much fun you're going to have. And what feels great is the confidence of knowing that you have the power to make your life happen for you any way you want. Now, why am I telling you this, you might ask? Well, here's my story. I'm just a pilot like you. I'm definitely no Chuck Yeager sky god type, but I think I'm the kind of guy that a good company would want to hire. I mean, I can learn to fly anything with enough practice, and I give 110% in effort, and I'm good company in the cockpit. I got into flying for the sort of romantic adventure that I thought it would be. I was the little kid who loved the airplane toys. I still remember my first trip to the airport when I got to see that super cool airliner cockpit and talk to the captain. I mean, that guy was my hero. I'll never forget my first flight lesson and the rush I felt when I pulled back on the yoke and left the ground. It still gets me. So, a career as a pilot seemed like a great way to have a lot of fun doing what I loved. And I could make a lot of money, travel, and avoid having to work for a living in an office like my parents did. But when I finished flight school, I was in for a huge wake up call. I quickly realized that there was something the instructors didn't spend much time teaching me: how to get good, solid flying work and stay employed. All of the different employment choices I had, and the correct ways to target each one, and the fastest, most direct route to that dream job. There were a lot of those pay-to-play type regional airline programs, and of course I was told a lot of empty predictions about pilot shortages. But in general, I can honestly say that my aviation education was severely incomplete without enough serious career training. And since I didn't have any money left over to buy a job, I went to work building flight time in whatever I could fly. And for years, I made baby steps, flying gradually bigger airplanes, making slightly more money each time. And I rationalized my pathetic bank account by convincing myself I was just paying my dues. And some 7 years later, there I was, still flying a propeller-driven airplane and not making any real progress. At the time, I thought I was trying everything to break into the jet world. I was going to job fairs, using pilot recruiting services, sending my resume all over the internet, even walking around the airport handing them out to people. You name it, I tried it. And all I got was a lot of frustration and very little results. The dream I had seemed so far away, and I was too old to be making so little income with so much farther to go. My non-pilot friends had achieved so much more in their lives, and that was really embarrassing. But then everything changed. After a run-in one day with a few very successful pilots that were kind enough to let me in on their secret, I had a moment of realization. I realized that there could be a way that I could go straight into the dream job that I've really wanted, way faster than I ever could by using the baby step method. So I worked out a plan of action and I went out the next day to see if it would work. Admittedly, during the next few days, I made some mistakes and I didn't get any job offers, but I was able to quickly figure out what went wrong and tweak my strategy until success. And within 2 months, I was type rated and building time in the jet of my choice. I had put into motion a chain of events that would quickly lead directly to my dream pilot job. My life became much better, quickly. My pilot friends wanted in on my secret, and I was happy to help, of course. And by observing the difficulties that they encountered and creating solutions, as well as seeking the advice from industry experts and other successful pilots, I was able to develop a systematic approach that any pilot could duplicate to get their dream pilot job too. Since then, I have spent several years testing my strategies with pilots from various locations and different levels of experience in real-life situations. I've learned how to optimize the process for peak effectiveness, and I've added extra material where necessary to keep ahead of the trends, and I got rid of any unnecessary steps in order to make it clear and easy to follow for any pilot anywhere in the world, no matter how much experience he or she has. I want you to know that I am not a recruiter or a promoter receiving any compensation from any airline. I don't recycle job posts, interview gouges, or technical questions and answers. Honestly, the biggest surprise I discovered was that you don't need to rely on any of that stuff anyway. I'm just a pilot who has also become an authority in the world of aviation careers. And I have developed a great new way for you to get the pilot job that you want, and I'd like to share it with you today. It's that simple. Here's the bottom line. I can help you bypass 5 to 10 years of struggle in low-paying, baby step pilot jobs. I'll show you exactly how to go straight into the dream job that you really want so you can sit back and enjoy a fun lifestyle. Now let's get started. The way I see it, most pilots never learn how to backwards engineer what I call a career lifestyle. So they keep making the same mistakes over and over again. I'm going to give you a simple two-step formula for learning how to find the right job the right way. If you do just these two things, you will start moving in the right direction and make big progress. Step 1. Stop doing what everyone else is doing. That means stop going to job fairs and combing through every job post website, anything that could be considered following the herd. Those things have incredible value in ideal situations. But just take a break for now so we can sort of start fresh and get back to basics. You see, mingling with your competition, either physically or virtually, has a real negative effect on your confidence level and therefore your probability of success. But it also has a more subtle effect of metaphorically cramming you into a neat little box where employers judge and label you as just another pilot with X qualifications. No good can come of that. Pilots that do what everyone else is doing will always be forced to accept what is rationed out among the masses. And that is almost always a small portion of what they really want. You need to start being original and doing things differently so you stand out from the crowd. And you need to be immediately memorable when you meet a prospective employer. You become unique by using an outside-of-the-box approach to your job search and coming from a different angle. So when you meet a chief pilot, you'll instantly break the pattern of all the boring cookie-cutter applicants. You'll be identified as one of a kind, and a high value will be attached to you. Then, not only will you get the job, you'll also be able to negotiate a better deal, like a higher starting salary and more benefits. This is the fundamental mindset for any ultra-successful person, pilot or non-pilot. The most wealthy people in this world just don't stand in lines, period. They all set themselves apart from the rest by discovering a new and better way to accomplish their goal. They make mistakes, but they eventually learn to optimize their methods to be like ninja effective, and you can literally watch them pull ahead and leave their competition in the dust. Fortunately, I've already made all the mistakes and learned from them. And then I developed and tested the strategies to getting an exceptional career so you don't have to do all that work. All you have to do is make the decision to step away from the crowd and use the system that I'm giving you today. Okay, step 2. You have to meet the most successful pilots that already have your dream job and learn from them directly. It turned out that the most important thing I did in my quest to becoming massively successful in aviation was to meet and learn from pilots who are actually doing it. Let's face it, there are some pilots out there who have an almost magical ability to fall backwards into perfect jobs. They fly for the best companies, and they usually make more than double the salary of the average pilot, and of course we all hate them. Most of these guys actually have jobs come to them on a regular basis. For whatever reason, they just naturally know exactly what to do and say to get as much flying work as they can handle. The problem is that these pilots aren't easy to find. They don't like to brag about their jobs, and they probably aren't even in uniform. And it's even harder to get them to spill their guts about exactly what it is that makes them so successful. But once again, this step is absolutely vital to your success. Now, I realize that you might not have access to these guys. And if you did, you might not know how to approach them correctly and build that rapport quickly enough to learn something from them. Well, it wasn't easy, but I've managed to track down a select handful of pilots in all sectors of the aviation world from around the globe who are among the best at backwards engineering a career lifestyle that is fulfilling, profitable, and truly by their own design. And believe me, I took full advantage of the opportunity. I dug deep and I asked the questions that no one else thinks to ask. And I got them to share every single one of their techniques and strategies for mastering a career in aviation. You'll be floored by the simplicity and power of what these guys will share with you. Just one of their secrets could lead to that big breakthrough that you've been waiting for. If you're looking to seriously accelerate your career, it's a must that you learn from these guys starting today. You'll be amazed just how quickly your life improves when you do so. So if you're not having the kind of success that you want with your flying career, then you're not doing those two steps. And I know that for a fact. The only question is, when and how are you going to do them? Are you going to do them next week or next month? And are you going to try to do them alone? Or are you going to take advantage of the incredible wealth of knowledge that's available to you today? Knowledge that can literally save you years of time making mistakes and wasting thousands of dollars in cash. Listen, I just don't want you to let the best years of your life pass you by while you're paying your dues. So if you've decided that you're ready for success with getting that enjoyable career lifestyle, then what I'm about to tell you will help you get it fast. From this page in just a minute, you'll be able to access the most complete, no stone unturned system for effectively bypassing 5 to 10 years of struggle climbing the aviation ladder. And you'll be able to use it to go straight into the dream job that you really want so that you can feel proud of yourself. I put the entire system together in one easy-to-follow package, and I call it the Dream Pilot Jobs Program, a comprehensive ground school for an exceptional aviation career. Now here's what the training looks like. You're going to receive it in digital format so that you don't have to pay for and wait for shipping, and so you can automatically get all the updates, but this gives you a sense of the scope of the training. It's a multimedia interactive home study program. It contains clear and concise how-to video presentations, one-on-one recorded interviews with specialized pilots, and downloadable power tools and spreadsheets. In addition, there are over 200 pages of all the concepts, techniques, and secrets that it took me years to figure out and develop. And it's the exact program that I and my clients use to get our dream pilot jobs. This is the material that will most definitely set you apart from the crowd, and you can access it all in just a few minutes. But first, here's what you're going to learn. And this is a very partial list of what you're going to learn in this career training program. You'll understand how to get into the correct mindset that you'll need to become invincible once you get out there on your job search. You'll use the ideals that you may have developed about professional aviation constructively in order to focus your efforts at your specific target. You'll master that essential technique of backwards engineering your career lifestyle. This is a crucial strategy that will have you getting what you want in life rather than being forced to take what you can get. You'll know why that all too often repeated phrase, "no one is hiring pilots like me," is totally false, and how to finally conquer this myth. You'll transcend the typical baby step career trap that's defined by a lifetime of small, arduous job improvements and even smaller increases in pay. You'll learn how you can simply skip steps and go straight into the aircraft of your choice. You'll expose the reality behind that you have to know someone to get a job there misconception, and discover how you can get a killer job without knowing anyone. And just so you know, I didn't know anyone that hooked me up with my company. I just used the Dream Pilot Jobs program. Now I realize that you might not yet know just what type of pilot career is your dream job. You actually have many more choices than you learned about in flight school. And you can have an incredible career lifestyle, whether it's flying a seaplane or a helicopter or an 800-passenger Airbus. It's an important decision, and you need all the available information in order to make it properly. However, you might not have been able to get all the facts that you need because, let's face it, certain people have something to gain if you stay uninformed. I just want you to be happy in the job that's right for you, your dream job. And the very best way to figure out what that is simple. You must learn directly from different pilots that have actually gone through the hiring process and are enjoying the particular type of career lifestyle that you might be interested in. In the training program, you'll listen in on over 2.5 hours of digitally recorded one-on-one conversations with pilots from all corners of the aviation industry. For example, you'll meet a bachelor airline pilot that travels the world meeting ladies on his off time, and a China-based Boeing 747 pilot having the time of his life making upwards of $200,000 a year as a first officer, and a corporate Gulfstream pilot that lives on an island and makes his own schedule. You'll really get a feel for what it's like out there in their world, and you'll learn things like exactly how they got their jobs, and specifically how you can get one too, and what to expect on the line, And I don't mean vague descriptions found online. I mean, these are real numbers from the inside. Salaries, raise sequences, typical schedules, and how each can be manipulated to your benefit. You'll learn the unexpected surprises they encountered on the job that no one warned them about, so that you'll be ready for them before they have you looking like a fool. And you'll hear how these pilots balance their schedules with the needs of their spouses and children, and how you can keep your family happy and secure also. And I'll let you in on the rarely revealed secrets about business aviation and the charter private jet world, including why the best corporate operators never go looking for new pilots or advertise online when they have job openings. And a hint, you can find out anyway when a position becomes available and become their first choice. You'll understand the completely different pilot tasks and responsibilities in business aviation, and how you can walk in on your first day fully prepared. You'll already understand what role to play for each type of operator so that you can avoid the embarrassment of having to ask stupid questions. You'll discover how a corporate pilot can get plenty of travel benefits without being affiliated with any airline. And you'll know how to get hired at a high starting salary from day one instead of having to wait for small progressive raises based on seniority. You'll learn exactly how to build the right flight time from the very beginning of your career so that you'll always be properly positioned to get your dream pilot job. And you'll be able to avoid wasting your time on the wrong experience that will keep you trapped, including the strategies of choosing the right first jet type rating to have as your foundation for a well-planned, lifelong career path. I'll show you an easy but concise analysis technique I developed that takes a close look at the different elements in this decision, like the number of different models and individual aircraft you'll be able to fly with any given type rating, and your numerical probability of employment with your chosen type rating, and the average salary, schedule, and destinations you could expect to have, and how they will fit in with the career lifestyle that you really desire. You'll watch a video presentation that will show you exactly how to target the specific companies that will help you get the type rating of your choice. You'll learn how to write a resume that gives the impression that you have more experience than you actually do, while still being honest and professional. And how to create a cover letter with an offer they can't refuse, and exponentially increase your chances of a "you're hired" response. You'll discover how to position yourself as the first in line in a rotation schedule, so that you don't have to watch other pilots take your flights from you, and how to be the kind of co-pilot that the captains will request to have on board for every single flight. Plus, you'll know how to avoid the subtle mistakes that could get you blacklisted from the cockpit. And you'll find out how to build that valuable pilot in command time while serving as the second in command. In the advanced sections of the program, you'll learn how to use the experience you have earned to leverage yourself into the cockpit of your personal dream job. You'll literally be able to look over my shoulder as I go through the exact procedures that I used. And I explain not just what to do, but the how and why each step must be completed correctly for optimum success. And I also explain what not to do, like one huge time-wasting mistake I was making and basically shooting myself in the foot until I fixed it. The first video in the advanced section will show you how to search globally for your dream employer. And these are the companies that are totally under the radar. These are the ones that no one even knows about. Then there's a step-by-step video presentation that shows you the secrets I learned to eliminating the dead-end companies. And this will help you avoid wasting your time and money pursuing leads that won't or can't hire you. Plus, you'll learn how to get your resume onto the chief pilot's desk and how to get it read every single time. And you'll be able to get it in the yes box even if you don't already know someone in the company. I'll let you in on a brilliant tactic to being generously paid for flying, even if you're unemployed, while shopping companies for your dream job. And I'll show you how you can keep job offers rolling into your inbox even after you've already found a great job, so that you'll always have several backup plans and never be unemployed again. Plus, you'll learn employment secrets from the inner circle, including why most airline interview experts could actually be preventing you from getting hired. We'll practice how to properly conduct a cold first phone call to a potential employer that's too far away to visit in person. And you will be able to leave an impression on the phone that directly leads to a face-to-face interview. And I'll give you a printable template of questions that you should be asking a prospective employer during any interview. Now, this is an essential piece of the puzzle that most pilots miss, and it often causes them to end up locked into a contract that they didn't understand or want in the first place. You'll understand why wearing your business suit to an interview could be a bad idea, and you'll know when you should and shouldn't dress formally for an official interview so that you don't end up looking like an idiot. You'll know the difference between proper interviews and the more laid-back introduction meetings. Most importantly, you'll be able to anticipate which one to expect because they're not going to tell you. And a hint, it's practically career suicide if you show up unprepared and act out of place. You'll hear the secret to making a chief pilot instantly like you on a personal level so that he will look forward to having you around. And how you can turn any no into a not yet that will inevitably become a yes, probably when you need it most. And you'll know how to become an effective contract pilot, paid $500 to $1,200 US or more a day, including the $360,000 a year pilot, and exactly how that's possible. You'll be able to effectively conduct yourself with rock-solid integrity so that you build a trustworthy and reliable reputation. You'll learn the details of confidently running your contract career as a business. You'll set up your marketing, accounting, and legal departments with ease. And take note, doing this properly could mean the difference between big profits or overwhelming debt. You'll become so skilled at generating flying work that you'll need to turn down job offers just to take a vacation whenever you want. And you'll find out how to get someone else to pay for your jet currency and ensure yourself guaranteed flights at the same time. Also, you'll see how to survive and succeed in flight simulator school while having tons of fun in the process, including how you can show up on day one so totally prepared that ground school is mostly just a review of what you already know. You'll be relieved to know how to avoid wasting time and money, feeling overwhelmed and pulling all-nighters that actually causes other pilots to fail check rides just by studying only the right material. And how to live on the cheap while you're in sim school so that you can come home ready to fly with more cash in your pocket. You'll learn the critical strategy of getting a sim partner that's so helpful, he's like your best friend in the cockpit. And you'll also be able to detect a co-pilot that will try to sabotage you. And how to effectively use sim school as a perfect opportunity for networking with high-quality potential employers. Plus, you'll get my best discoveries, like how to get an awesome airline job, which ones you should get in line for, and which ones to avoid entirely. You'll learn how to breeze through the airline interview, and forget those vague gouges that you've read online. I take this a step further. You'll know not only what questions to expect, but also the correct answers to give. I'll explain how to easily transition from the airlines to corporate aviation, or vice versa. And a hint here, you'll never be taken seriously unless you know the proper approach and attitude to fit the expectations of those very different flight departments. We'll examine the truth behind that common stereotype, a pilot is never home. I'll show you how you can actually have more quality time with your family than a typical office 9-to-5er. You'll have a plan to pay off all your current training debt in 1 year so that you can take that huge weight off your shoulders and finally live stress-free. You'll find out how to get a full pilot and command jet type rating even if you don't have enough flight time yet to get an airline transport pilot's license. You'll know how to get back into professional aviation even if you've been grounded for a while. And most importantly, you'll be able to get a dream pilot job if you have thousands of hours or if you're just getting started in aviation. Here's a recent testimonial from one of my clients named Gabe.
I just want to say that this program is simply staggering. It's a wealth of information perfect for someone in my shoes. You know, now instead of just aimlessly building time instructing, I've actually got a real plan for my career with weekly guidance from Nick himself, who's quickly become a personal friend and a mentor to me. The tips that he shares are straight from the cockpit. You won't find any fluff, fancy words, just stuff to waste your time. It's actually real wisdom from someone who's been there and someone who's willing to lend a hand to those in need like me. I'm a big fan of networking and picking the brains of a more experienced pilot, and with Nick's course, I'm actually getting a big leg up in both areas. Buying this course is one of the best investments I've ever made on myself so far.
And one from a pilot named Ryan.
Hey, this is Ryan. I've really been pleased with the results, and just wanted to say that using Nick's program, I was able to get my foot in the door with one of my top prospective employers, and based on that, I was able to bypass a huge stack of resumes that they already had on the desk. So I was actually already prepared for the check ride, and on top of that, I got hired. And before I knew it, I had my dream jobs. Looking back today, I'm making probably twice my old paycheck, building a whole lot more time and much more valuable time and experience. I feel like I've got everything mapped out, and I can see the future much clearer. And hey, I just can't wait for the ride to continue. So, just want to say that I would highly recommend Nick's program to any pilots that want to make your aviation dreams come true, because it's definitely worked for me, and I'm really excited for the future. So take care, guys.
Now you can imagine how excited I am to share this information with a select group of pilots, including yourself. There's simply nothing else available out there of this scope and caliber. It's truly the pilot career training that the flight schools unfortunately aren't teaching. In fact, it's the knowledge I only wish I would have had when I was starting my pilot career. Seriously, if I had access to this information back then, I would have saved myself over 5 years of struggle. And there's no doubt about it. 5 years. And those were hard years, too. I had to live with a bunch of roommates, and I drove a beat-up old car, and I had to eat discount food. I had to do all these odd jobs on the side just to pay my bills. I certainly couldn't afford to take a vacation or do anything fun for myself. I couldn't even earn the respect of the kind of women that I really wanted to date, all because I was stuck in these low-salary, low-quality flying jobs. And I would really love to help you avoid that misery. So let me ask you something. How much would you expect to pay for a guaranteed, tested, and proven system that's specifically designed to show a professional pilot, no matter where he or she is starting from or where in the world he or she lives, the strategies and steps to creating an exceptional career lifestyle? 1,000 US dollars? Well, before you answer that question, hold on, because there's more. As you know, one of the most important, absolutely necessary pieces to this challenge is that you must meet and learn from those naturally successful pilots that already have your dream job. So how would you like to get their best secrets without even leaving your house? You can do it because I'm also including a subscription to my monthly Interviews with Master Pilot series as a free bonus. Without a doubt, it was the wisdom and guidance from some ultra successful pilots that seriously helped me find my dream job a few years ago. In fact, the most powerful technique you can use is to expose yourself to the thoughts and fresh ideas of these hand-picked, extremely successful pilots that actually have an honest interest in seeing you achieve your potential. And these guys are hard to find. Not only that, but they rarely talk about their unique philosophies of pilot lifestyle and employment. But they are willing to have an off-the-record interview with me and let my clients in on their secrets as a way of giving something back to the community. And they could each write a book on their particular field of aviation and how to quickly rise to the top and stay there. From senior airline captains to Caribbean seaplane pilots, you'll learn from the source exactly how to break into those hard-to-get jobs, including what to say and who to talk to, and how to quickly rise up the ranks to the most highest earning positions. You'll learn how Brian, a corporate hawker pilot, took advantage of the growing and virtually untapped gold mine of pilot jobs in the Middle East and Asia. He increased his income by 40% tax-free and has zero expenses. He'll tell you exactly how to get one of these jobs, where to look, and which questions to ask. You'll hear Dave, a senior fractional airline pilot, explain the ins and outs of flying in the fractional ownership world. He'll tell you how you can tap into this industry, which is poised to rebound as one of the largest employers of pilots worldwide. Or listen while Garrett, a pilot with a professional background in business, gives a crash course in effective pilot networking. You'll hear exactly how to meet high-status people in aviation and build quality relationships that can lead to huge opportunities. If done correctly, you will always have connections, friends that you can call on to help you out with things from free flight time to introductions to potential employers. And that's just the first few interviews. These guys really are the top guns of successful pilots. Eventually, I'm going to offer the interview series as a separate paid subscription. There's simply no other possible way to meet such a broad range of expert professional pilots and get them to spill the beans about everything they know. Every month, I'll be sending you a new interview at no charge. It's like bringing a virtual think tank of wisdom in pilot employment right to your home. So imagine getting an all-in-one pilot career training course that shows you exactly what to do to accelerate your career and build a career lifestyle that you love, combined with access to some of the most hard-to-find, brilliant minds on the subject of pilot employment. Using the Dream Pilot Jobs program together with the Interviews with Master Pilot series will undoubtedly give you an unbelievable advantage over every other pilot out there that's basically wandering around aimlessly. And it could very well multiply the success that you would otherwise have using just one of those products alone. So now how much would you expect to pay for a system like this? Well, hold on, because I have one more very special bonus gift for you. Because I firmly believe that you can and should create a presence online that leads to a steady stream of potential employers coming to you, I have arranged for an exclusive 20% discount to aviation's leading employment website, findapilot.com. Now, you know that there's a lot of very unproductive stuff on the internet, a lot of time-wasting aviation sites. So I researched far and wide for a website that would provide just one specific function. I wanted my clients, like yourself, to have a place for aviation employers to be able to handpick pilots to fill those hard-to-find positions. That way, those employers wouldn't have to advertise to the general public. And I found it. Findapilot.com is known industry-wide by the best companies to be the largest searchable professional pilot directory on the internet. It's different from all the other job post websites because it offers the employers an easy, anonymous, and free directory to search for pilots and contact them directly without having to put themselves out there and get flooded with unwanted attention. A membership to findapilot.com also gives you access to a searchable database of daily updated aviation job listings. You'll be able to use your professional profile to apply directly for employment with airlines and corporate flight departments and more. But it will also expose you to over 2,800 aviation employers that regularly use findapilot.com to seek out pilots. So companies that you otherwise would never be able to contact will now be able to contact you. I've had my profile on Find a Pilot for years now. I regularly get calls and emails from employers, often with great permanent job offers and sometimes with unusual and fun contract jobs. Like last month, I was contacted by this guy that wanted me to fly him and his family around the islands for a few weeks. He even said I could bring my wife along. With the exclusive discount that I'm going to give you, you can have a membership today for as little as $5 a month. Can you imagine exposing yourself to over 2,800 worldwide employers for $5? There's simply no other way that you'd be able to accomplish that. Just listen to what John Perrier, president of FindAPilot.com and professional pilot himself, has to say about this offer.
I'm often asked for advice by pilots on how to get the hard-to-find pilot jobs. The techniques and direction given through the Dream Pilot Jobs program and professional videos can shave years off a typical pilot job search. This course offers a step-by-step guide to getting in the cockpit sooner and should be used by all pilots who want to be found by flight departments who may not advertise their job openings.
So, you'll be able to use your discounted membership to findapilot.com, combined with the strategies and techniques you will learn in the Dream Pilot Jobs program, and the insider secrets you'll hear from the Interviews with Master Pilot series. These three tested and proven products used together will effectively eliminate your competition, simply because you will have access to the knowledge and resources that no one else even knows is possible. Now, I know that I said that the Dream Pilot Jobs program alone could sell for $1,000 US, but you won't pay anything near that for all three of these products. And even though I literally guarantee that my system will bring you a lot more success, a lot faster in the world of pilot employment than any other training on the market that costs 5 times as much, you still won't pay $1,000. Not even 500. Not even 200. You get everything today. All the easy to follow video presentations showing you the exact steps to shortcutting years of struggle and going straight into the dream job that you really want. Over 2.5 hours of recorded personal conversations with guest pilots who reveal the unconventional ways that they found their jobs and how you can get the same results. Over 200 pages of the How to Get a Dream Pilot Job manual that you can print or view on any computer, iPad, or tablet reader. A concise reference section packed with hand-picked books, videos, and websites that I have personally used and tested. An attachment bank full of the same research material, interview tools, and spreadsheets to organize and systematize the huge networks of potential high-paying employers you're going to build. Plus the free bonus subscription to my Interviews with Master Pilot series so you can have your own virtual mastermind team without ever having to find and meet these guys yourself. And the bonus 20% discount to any findapilot.com membership. That's $5 a month for a professional profile that can be found by over 2,800 elite aviation employers. And it's all downloadable within minutes from the privacy of your home. There's no need to wait a second for shipping, and you'll have a permanent copy to use anytime, even without internet access. Of course, I'll also give you a lifetime of automatic free updates as the program evolves in order to stay ahead of the changing aviation industry. You get everything, and even though it will probably save you thousands or tens of thousands of dollars and years of time and frustration, you get everything for only $47 US. Simply click the button below now to get started. Again, you're going to get instant access to the training. You can get started today, and literally by the end of this week, you can be setting up interviews with the confidence of knowing that you have what it takes to get your dream job. Listen to this pilot named Matt.
Hey, I want to let you know that your program worked for me. I've been employed for the last 6 months on a citation sovereign. When I used it, I did everything to the T, exactly as you said. After I've used your techniques to locate the companies I wanted to work for, I was hired for a month's temporary work. Also in the same week, I've had 3 operators call me to do contract flights, all in about 48 hours.
And remember this, our industry isn't changing. It has changed. If you don't embrace that fact and grab onto this new system now, other pilots will. And they'll steal your place in the cockpit of your dreams, period. It's not even a question anymore. You can't just fill out an online application and get an interview these days. And you can't just walk into an interview with an impressive logbook and get hired. There are more qualified pilots than there are jobs available for them. And there are more of those pilots every day. Those that can't adapt will be left in the dust or have to stop flying. It's just that simple. So go ahead and click the button below and get started today. I really want you to do that. I really want you to be a part of this training because I know from experience that it's going to make you a lot more happy and fulfilled in your life. You know, as much time and effort as I've put into making this the very best and the only course of its kind, I realize that some pilots will be skeptical. And since you may have your doubts about ordering this program, I thought it would be best if I just talk about that right here, pilot to pilot. You might be thinking, I don't know if this will work for me and my situation. And that's understandable, but please rest assured that while building the structure for the program, I took deep consideration for the wide spectrum of pilots that could benefit from it. I realized that not everyone is in the same situation that I was in when I was looking for my job. So I really did a lot of testing the process to include every possible variation. And I essentially created a system that will work for anyone. Of course, we pilots come from such a broad range of people, including, different ages from 18 to 60 or more. And you will be totally effective using this system, regardless of your age. There are experience levels from low-time pilots with no jet hours to seasoned type-rated jet captains. I specifically address those variables, and I explain exactly how to position yourself correctly to get your dream job, no matter what level you're starting from. And we come from different worldwide locations. It doesn't matter where you live. As long as there's aviation in the community, you can get the job you want, I guarantee it. I go into great detail with video presentations showing you exactly how to make contacts with potential employers in every corner of the globe. I took all those factors into account when developing the system so that you, no matter what your situation, can get the results that you want. And I have spent years testing and revising just to make sure that I covered every possible scenario. Plus, you have absolutely nothing to lose just by giving it a try. As I'll explain in a minute, in my rock-solid guarantee, I'm going to give you 60 days to go through the program at my risk. If it doesn't work for you, you pay nothing. You might also be thinking, I can't afford it. And I understand. It costs a lot of money to be a pilot. Everywhere you turn, you're spending money on training and equipment, even employment applications. The problem is, none of those things are specifically designed to get you one thing, a high-paying job now so that you won't be worrying about money anymore. For less than the price of the average single airline application fee, you can discover in the Dream Pilot Jobs program exactly how to open up a whole world of opportunities and simply pick the lifestyle and income of your choice. Besides, how long can you afford to be stuck here, not making the kind of money that you deserve? Another year? 5 years? 10? Wouldn't you rather just skyrocket your progress now? This is the best investment that you can make in your career because it's the only program designed to show you how to get the most out of it. Plus, and I wasn't going to mention this just yet, but here goes anyway. If you order today, I'm going to show you how you can get the entire program for free. Seriously, I can't go into it right here, but I'll give you the details on the download page after you order. And this is no joke. You can get the whole thing for free. And you also might be saying, I already tried everything and the timing is all wrong to be doing something like this. Actually, that might be the number one thing that most pilots are saying these days. I can't blame them because statements like that are contagious. When someone says, I tried everything and no one is hiring, it's so easy to give up and assume that it's true rather than figure out how to prove that it's false. Look, I know, times are tough out there. It would be hard to ignore all the media reports about the sluggish state of our industry. But that is the precise reason that I created this program like I did, because my strategies completely bypass all of the common roadblocks to getting an exceptional pilot job that are in the spotlight these days. It's the loopholes in the system that you must find in order to be successful in the best and worst economic conditions. Plus, this is a temporary condition. The best news is that we've weathered the worst of the storm. Experts agree that the coming years are going to see a serious boom of opportunity for us. Tons of positions will be opening and getting filled quickly. It's going to be a major feeding frenzy for the best pilot jobs around when companies open the floodgates. You can either be prepared for this and already have your foot in the door, or you will miss the boat and have to get in the long line with the rest. Of course, it's likely that I'll be mentioning a few things in the course that you already know. I mean, you're a smart person. You've learned to be resourceful and creative, and you no doubt have your own toolbox of tricks. But if you only learned one thing that makes the difference and gets you a killer job, how much would this program be worth if it ended up giving you a lifetime of high wages? And if for any reason you aren't completely satisfied with your investment, I'm going to lay it all on the line for you right now with my 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. I'm so sure that you're going to love this program that I'm willing to do something that might seem a little bit crazy. But here's how it works. I'd like to give you a copy of the How to Get a Dream Pilot Job, a comprehensive ground school for an exceptional aviation career program, at my risk. If you think it might work for you and you're willing to give it a try, keep it. And if for any reason you don't like it, just let me know within 60 days and I'll give you a full, no questions asked, and no hassles refund. I could not possibly make this any more easy or low risk for you. When you click on the button below, you'll be taken to a secure page where you can order your program. And just use a credit card, a debit card, or PayPal. Go through the program from beginning to end. You will see results, and you will be on the path to your dream job. Use the materials all you want for up to 60 days at my risk. If you decide that it's not right for you for any reason, Just let me know and you pay nothing. Think about it. This might be the only time you'll hear your results are guaranteed in aviation. But if you'd like to keep it, and I'm betting you will, you don't have to do anything. I truly want to help you get the pilot job of your dreams. I get emails every day from pilots who are using these materials to accelerate their success in the aviation world, and I want you to be one of them. Again, you get all the How to Get a Dream Pilot Job program materials, the free bonuses and no shipping fees, plus my 100% money back guarantee if you don't see huge results. So why wait any longer to get a pilot lifestyle that you can be proud of when you could literally be accessing this entire training today and be making huge progress tomorrow? And remember, if you don't have a lot of experience right now, this program is still for you because it's absolutely vital that you start your career off on the right foot, armed with the knowledge you're going to learn, the knowledge that I only wish that I would have had, so that you can take the most direct route to the dream job you really want. And if you're already a professional pilot, plugging along in your career using old, outdated techniques that frankly don't work anymore, and you'd like to take your success to the next level, I'm sorry, but you'd have to be a special kind of foolish not to take me up on this offer. I know that sounds harsh, but what I have created here has proven itself to produce massive results every single time, over and over again. I mean, you just read the reviews from my clients on my site, real people just like yourself. And to quote Gabe again,
buying this course is one of the best investments I've ever made on myself so far.
You'll be using the strategies that you learn immediately, and you'll be seeing results. It's guaranteed. There's just no better time than right now to start having a career and lifestyle by your own design. And this is the most powerful program available to show you how to do it. Now it's your turn. Just click the button below before this page disappears forever. Like I said, this could be your last chance. Okay, I can't wait to see you in the training center. I can't wait to hear your success stories. I can't wait to hear how you got similar results than me and you were able to propel yourself into the cockpit of your dreams. So just go ahead, click the button below, and I'll give you instant access to the program right now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey Nick, I'm just calling to let you know that I'm really excited about the information in your course, and I wanted to thank you for it. It's really helpful, and I think it's helpful to anyone who is looking to get a pilot job of their dreams. And without this information, I think it would take me a long time to get a job, and I would probably not be getting any results. So again, thank you very much. Bye.